Okay, you fiends, I thought I was done doing Slaanesh videos until the next wave of miniatures are released, but I did ask in the last video if you guys would like to see me do some color schemes for vehicles, and there was a lot of comments asking for that. So that's what I'm going to do here in today's video. I'm going to show you how to paint pink and purple tanks for your Emperor's Children, so it should be a great video. Okay, so what I have done in preparation for this video is, honestly, I just 3D printed two track sides of rhinos so that I could do these schemes on it without wasting actual full kits that I have. So I am going based on the video I already did for the infantry of the Emperor's Children, but I shan't be doing the gold and silver scheme on a tank. There wasn't a lot of excitement for the gold and silver scheme, some, but not as much as the pink and the purple. So I'm going to give you guys a detailed how to paint for both pink and purple using the same colors as the infantry, but we are going to tackle them using the Artist Opus dry brushes and using the stippling technique, which I think these brushes are best served for. It is such a brilliant thing. So, like I said, we're going to be working up through those three different pink colors that I used for the infantry. The first one is, of course, the Persia pink. This one is almost a solid coat. We are going to stipple on and try and get pretty much as much of the armor as possible. If a few nooks and crannies get left black, that's no problem at all. Don't be worrying about it. This technique kind of lends itself to being, a little bit more texture, a little bit of color left behind, little shades showing through and stuff like that. And it does leave a great result. I did a video on how to paint Imperial Fist tanks and how to paint Cadian tanks using the same technique. A lot of people like those videos and they learned a lot, so hopefully you will from this one as well. From here, we're of course going to jump up to the mid-tone, which is hot pink. And this is where we're going to get a little bit more careful when it comes to that stippling. You can see even the control of my brush is a lot slower. It's a lot more precise, and we're not trying to leave behind as much paint as we were with the first color. Now, you may notice that I'm using the 2 thin coats range of paint here to paint the pink tank. I won't be using them for the purple, so that's okay. And if you are a Games Workshop kind of paint person, if that's the only kind of range of paints that you do, that's okay. There is a conversion chart to allow you to paint this up using the same kind of tones using Games Workshop paints. There's a conversion chart on the 2 thin coats website for both Army Painter and Citadel to kind of cross the colors over. So you can do it, and you won't have to buy an extra paint if you don't wish to. I, however, thoroughly recommend 2 thin coats. It's one of my favorite paint ranges, and it's a great one to lean into and try out. If you enjoy this video, please do think about doing those 3 things which costs you absolutely nothing but make all the difference as to how many people see this video and how quickly the channel grows. And that is, give this video a like. If you have any questions, please do put it in the comments down below. And also make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Costs you nothing, makes all the difference. From here, we are going to jump up to the Neo Pink, the final pink tone. You can already see the texture showing through. I really like that. I've talked about it in videos before, the whole concept of a tank looking like a toy when it's just flat, smooth coat. I've done it before. I've made tanks look not great. I love adding as much texture as possible and really building up that color and making it look awesome. If you're especially enjoying this video and the channel, you can think about supporting it even further through things like Patreon and becoming a YouTube channel member. Both of those 2 things are, of course, linked down below. You get a couple of bonuses for being in those. One is access to a private Discord server. We do loads of events and stuff over there, painting competitions, monthly challenges, all that kind of stuff. And also you get access to an extra video every single week just for you. So if those things interest you, like I said, check them out down below. Okay, so we are now that we've got the pink in place. This next step is totally optional. I'm deciding to block in those inner sections of the tank with Corvus Black. I think it will lend itself to the infantry a little bit better because the infantry have so much kind of gaps in their armor, and I fill those in with black contrast that it'll just sit a little bit more naturally with that. Now, you don't have to. I really like the whole pink look. Looks amazing. And obviously we're going to be leaning on some transfer sheets. I did actually 3D print out some Emperor's Children doors, but they don't fit on this particular print design, which is a little bit annoying. So, oh well. So these are some of the new Emperor's Children transfers that came with the new box set. So I just put some in place to really make it kind of pop, add that speck of gold to it, which I think is really important. We're going to add a light layer of silver, which is lead belcher in the form of a dry brush. And we're going to apply this, making sure we hit all of the tracks and all of the armor very lightly. It's going to catch all those sharp edges. This is a battle tank. It's going to be constantly peppered by debris, small arms, fire, and battle damage. So scratches are something which definitely lend itself to the aesthetic. Now, my Emperor's Children are also got snowy bases. So if you wanted to take this one step further, you could have added texture paste snow in between all the tracks and a little bit up on the top and around the vents and stuff. Just add that kind of spot color of white to it as well. I didn't bother doing it for this tutorial, but this is the finished what an Emperor's Children pink tank would look like. It's what my Emperor's Children tanks are going to look like, so I'm going with this scheme, and I absolutely love it. I think it looks fantastic for very, very little work. I mean, all it is 3 stipples and a dry brush. You could literally paint a tank in a couple of hours. How many tanks gonna have in the army? 2 or 3 maybe more. So it really won't take up a whole heap of time, which is good because the infantry do take up a whole heap of time. So having the other parts of your army be easier to do, I think, is a good choice. Okay, with the second track assembly, we're going to be doing the exact same thing, but this time we are going to go into the purple. So Phoenician purple is the one we're going to start with. And this is that of the beginning, that heavy dry brush. You want to get kind of as much of a solid coat as possible. Like I said, if there's some black left behind, that's totally okay. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't particularly planning on making this video, but there were so many comments asking for it. And I don't think many other people have done Emperor's Children painting tank videos just now. So hopefully a lot of you guys find this video useful and are happy to use this technique to get your models painted. Like I said, I probably won't be doing any more Emperor's Children video until a Primarch and the first captain and stuff get dropped and I get a couple more models to play around with. Xerxes Purple is going to be the mid-tone for this. Once again, as you can see, I'm taking my time, controlling the brush, and just trying to get that really nice faded transition. It's obviously a little bit harder to see the difference. This scheme is, the purple scheme is actually a little bit more subtle. And honestly, on the infantry, the pink jumped out at me the most. I thought it looked amazing. In the tanks, the purple looks so good at the end. Like, I was really impressed with the color scheme, especially the silver dry brush to really make it all pop at the end. It really did grab the purple very well. So this is, of course, making decisions very difficult. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to stick with the pink, but I was pleasantly surprised with how well the purple did look. Okay, and with the mid-tone in place, it's time to go into that final highlight. And for this, we are going to go for Gene Stealer Purple. I accidentally picked up the air pot here, but I used normal Gene Stealer Purple to hit that with the stipple. And as you can see, once again, I'm going much lighter, much more controlled. I'm just trying to add texture and depth to the purple color that exists across the tank. Try not to miss any of the kind of flatter areas of the tank. You see I hit around the front of the tracks and stuff like that. There's loads of bits that you can miss if you're not paying attention. And because we're building this color up through so many layers, if you make a mistake early on, it can kind of be annoying to try and fix. But look at the result of this purple on the armor already. I think it looks really rich, really royal, and suits the Emperor's Children theme down to the ground. We're going to be doing the same thing we did with the pink. Intersections, we're going to hit with a quick Corvus Black just to darken it up and break up the purple just a little bit. We are then, of course, going to add in the transfer sheets just as before. Once again, just add the chapter symbols to the tank. I wish I had a couple of 3 emojis for the 3rd Legion, but I didn't have any to hand. The gold pops off the purple really well as well. And then, of course, like I said, we're going to hit it with that silver dry brush at the end just to catch all those sharp edges. And I promise you, it makes the purple scheme pop. It's so satisfying. You may notice as well that I have the Artis Opus dry brushes, but when I'm doing dry brush the silver at the end, I go for a Games Workshop flat dry brush. I genuinely find the flat dry brush easier to catch the edges of things and get those sharp lines. You'll see when I work around like the smokestacks and stuff on the tank, I can angle it a little bit and catch those edges a lot sharper than I could with the kind of soft rounded brushes that you get with the Artis Opus. So there's kind of 2 different dry brushes for 2 very different styles and techniques. I don't think I could ever retire one and rely solely on the other. I think they're both kind of the tools needed. So just keep that in mind. Obviously working around, catching those edges, and then we get our final result for the purple color tank. Once again, I think the result is fantastic, and you can picture this being done across an entire kind of flotilla of Chaos tanks, Rhinos, Land Raiders, Defilers, armor panels on Hell Drakes, whatever you need them to be. So they are, of course, two very distinct schemes, the pink and the purple, but I think they both turned out really nicely. Really pleased that I did this video. And like I said, I'm open to suggestions. This was a video that was done because you guys suggested it. If anything else, please do put in the comments below and I will do my very best to get that arranged for you guys.